Welcome to North of Sanity. I'm with Pat Oates, a comedian and podcaster out of New York. I brought Pat on to talk about meditation. I got to know Pat through Twitter and see him on his podcast and other shows like the Anthony Cumia show. So Pat, what got you started into meditation?
First of all, thank you for having me on, Steve. I appreciate it. We've chatted a bunch on Twitter. It's good to finally get to know you.
You as well.
Second of all, just so nobody gets upset, I am not a New York comedian. I live in Connecticut.
Oh,
I
okay.
do things in New York, but they get a lot of people move from all over the country to get that address just to pretend like they're funnier than me because they have a better address. But no.
See, and I'm from Canada, so anything that isn't Boston or Philly, and I see all you guys there, it's the same thing to me.
No, without a doubt. But to those people who live in an apartment with 87 other terrible comedians, just to have that address to struggle in life and not be good, I don't want to take away from their glory.
Oh.
I'm a Connecticut comedian, which supposedly makes me bad, but I get more gigs than them. Maybe right now I should meditate and calm down a little bit. But no, I love being on. And I started meditating during all this pandemic. I was starting to see a therapist, which I never thought I would do in life.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you do therapy, Steve, but
yeah, I do.
It changed my life.
Yeah.
I was not open to it before, but man, I don't know where I'd be now without it.
Yeah, same.
And so my therapist was also like, hey, maybe to help you out a little bit, try some meditation. Once again, something that forever I'm not gay, like that dumb man thing.
Yeah.
Where it's like, first of all, I don't even know what that means. It doesn't matter who I'm having sex with to feel good about yourself. But I needed it. And I tried it. I went on YouTube and tried a channel. I forget, was it Deepak Chopra, right? That's the Indian guy name.
Yeah.
Tried his thing. It was a whole thing about abundance. It was 30 days you did it. For the first day, I'm like, I'm staring at water on YouTube. This is stupid. The second day, my eyes closed. I started to feel relaxed. And I started to pay attention. The third day, and I'm not kidding, and yeah, you can make fun of me all you want, I cried when I opened my eyes. Because
really?
all of a sudden, it just overwhelmed me. How relaxed I was, how good I felt, and how I took that with me. All of a sudden, I was able to relax more, compartmentalize things more, take on things easier because I was able to channel it and understand it. Not in the way that most people think. I think people think of meditation, they think of hippie stuff and things. It's all about just taking a thought and pushing it away. Yeah, you don't have to do any of that shit.
Yeah.
You don't have to sit crisscross applesauce or Indian style, any way you fucking call it. I know you can't say that anymore, but
I am a native. I'm Indian, and I do have a stutter, as you can tell. So when I start to stutter bad, I talk in my native accent, and my stutter goes away. It's strange, but it works.
It's not strange. Want to know why? Because you're concentrating on something, and that concentration is having your mind focus on that, and you can do just like meditation.
Yeah.
I'm thinking one thought. If another dumb thought comes in, I tell it to fuck off.
Yeah.
That's not the way they talk to me on the Balance app, but that's the way I take it. That's the way I talk. Same thing. You're telling yourself, speak in the indigenous voice,
mm-hmm.
and all of a sudden, you're talking fine because you're thinking if you did it long term, you'd make yourself nuts.
Oh, yeah. And I'd be canceled for something.
Maybe, but if they did the research, they could find out you actually are. And then then you're indigenous facing or whatever you're doing. You're getting canceled there. But yeah, I think all of a sudden I realized that by doing that, it helped me in running because it helped my breathing. I learned to pace myself better. It's helped me when someone starts being toxic towards me and someone's just angry at a store and they choose my face because it looks like something to yell at. I can take a break and go, this is their deal.
That's a good point too. Like I'm also in therapy. I'm an addict. I'm in recovery, and I didn't do any of this obviously when I was in my addiction. I was just cocaine.
Yeah, it's hard to meditate and do cocaine. I've never done cocaine, but I would guess they don't hang out together.
Well, it's kind of a meditation. You are focused on one thing, and that's doing more cocaine.
Right. But I don't think
yeah,
you can sit and pace yourself when your jaw's moving like that.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. But toxic people, that's one thing that a meditation and being grounded has helped me a ton. It's that, okay, this person is trying to bring me to them, so I feel they're what they're going through too. So,
Yeah.
and I also have ADD, so meditation for me was a fuck, because at the start it's trying to breathe, like, and my brain's going, right.
ADD and a stutter, your mind must be like so mad at yourself. I mean, I couldn't imagine. I have ADHD and
Yeah,
I mumble and I talk real fast and I have to
yeah,
think about slowing down. And I tell
yeah.
people because my brain is bigger than yours and my mouth can't keep up with it. That's a
Well,
lie.
that's well, it's for me, it's I process things fast, and my brain wants it out fast,
Yep.
but my chins stop that.
There's so many bouncers at the
I
throat point.
know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
You can't
know.
stop 'em.
So
But yeah, same thing here. And it would bother me. I would say something and people would go, "What?" And then you slow down a little bit and they go, "What?" And then you just give up on talking to them.
yeah,
And that would frustrate me. And starting to do comedy, people like, we think you're funny, but we only catch half the shit you're saying. And I had to learn pacing. And I got better at that when I quit drinking 5 years ago.
mhm,
Didn't have an issue with drinking. I just didn't like me when I drank. Drinking made me depressed, and I was already a depressed person. I already have clinical depression. I didn't need to add on to that.
yeah,
I got rid of the drinking. I stopped smoking weed. I never smoked a cigarette in my life. So once all my only addiction was coffee, I could focus more on me.
yeah,
And I started focusing on me. And then this year, when I found meditation and therapy, I started to dig myself. And
yeah,
I don't care if you can't hear what the fuck I'm saying. I'm having a good time. And if I'm talking too fast, record it, slow it down, and catch up.
yeah. And yeah, no, I get that. See, when I was doing a stand up, I it was it was better because, like, all my jokes were written down and I'd practice it. So it was more like a speech. So I'd have all my cadence down. I'd record it. I'd do it in the mirror. So it's like, okay, so the punchline's here, but I want to slow it down here. So I'd just be repeating it in that cadence, right?
And you weren't having to think about what you were going to say.
Yeah,
Therefore, your mind wasn't thinking of 20 things to say. You had one thing, and I'm sure your speech was less impaired.
it was, but it's still the nerves.
Right. But that adds to the act.
Well, yeah, like, but having a stutter and those nerves, and like I'm like, I just did um uh uh open mics, right? Like, so I don't have a ton of experience.
Right.
So,
But
but
it makes you stand out.
yeah,
Comedy is great because the things that make you stand out, like can't do something in real life, is wonderful in comedy. You're 500 fucking pounds. All comics like, fuck the fat guy. They're gonna love it. They're gonna love how fat he is. Or like,
yeah,
oh, look at the lady that thinks it's a man now. They're gonna do well. Or they're dying of cancer. Oh, they're gonna kill on stage because everyone feels bad for him. Like the handicap. I knew a kid who was in a wheelchair. He had passed away recently, but he called himself Bobblehead because his name was Bob Held. So it kind of rhymed.
yeah,
He was just a head and basically laundry in a chair. Could barely fucking move. And then he couldn't even go on the stage because his chair couldn't get up most stairs, whatever. He had to be off to the side. And people would pay attention more. And I'm like, God damn it, I wish I was super crippled. You know, I wish I had that awesome handicap to help me right now.
Comedy is the only industry. It's like, fuck, I wish I was fucked up more.
Man, I wish I was bisexual. I'd have both audiences. Why do I have to only like pussy? It's hard.
Yeah.
But I really would get mad at, I mean, we're joking, but there was times at the beginning where I would get upset at that stuff. Like, oh, they're getting this because of this and that. But when I found therapy and then mostly medication, I can process the thought. I can sit there for a second and go, what is that? Am I really mad at anybody? Is anyone really doing anything to me? No. Take a breath, chill out. I'm doing great. I like me. I like where I'm headed. No one else is in my way.
And
let them do their things. I'm doing my thing.
That's the key point. Like what I'm working on for, and it, like, I'm gonna be honest, like I still don't like me, and that's what the therapy's for, and the meditation, everything. It's to get to that point where I can be comfortable with me, and I think that's also why a lot of people drink and do excess drugs, is because they're trying.
Why I hate to do this.
Mhm.
What don't you like about you? Name one. The first thing comes to your mind.
Uh, well,
Just the first thing. Don't overthink it. Boom. Just
wait.
what? Okay. That's controllable.
Oh, I'm down 40 plus pounds. Like, I've been exercising.
How the fuck do you not like that? You've
No,
lost 40 pounds. That's a baby. It's a fat baby you just lost.
Yeah,
that's awesome, dude.
Thank you, but I can't take a. So I was sexually abused when I was a kid.
What don't you like about that? You got laid. You were a sexy baby. God, I couldn't get fucked as a kid.
Well,
I tried. I was slinging my shit.
I tried not to. That's the problem.
Damn it, you tease. That's what happened.
Yeah. So kids who are abused have a lot of that self-hatred.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So
somebody was a monster to you and made you feel like you're not worth things.
Yeah.
But
so
that's them. They're pieces of shit. You're not.
And that's the point, though. That's what the therapy and the meditation and all that helps. Right. So that's like this all ties in. It's to get to the point where I can go, okay, I am happy with where I am, where I'm going, and some days I'm there, like, okay, I am happy where I'm at right now. Today's a good day, right? And those are the days where I'm doing the therapy and I am meditating. I'm staying present. But at the same time, I was just like you at the start, meditating.
Bullshit.
Bull fucking shit.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna sit around. And we know what the biggest excuse is for anyone watching this that likes you and me and follows us on Twitter, have the same kind of mindset. I think too much. I can't shut my mind off. That's not what it's about. I thought that forever.
Yeah, me too.
It's not about, you don't want to shut anything off. You're not quiet. People confuse quieting thoughts with shutting off your mind.
Yeah.
Thoughts can come. They're gonna come. But you learn to take that one and just put it to the side.
Yep.
Focus on one thing. It's still going to be there. Life's got to address it.
Yeah.
At the moment, you learn to control it. And therefore, in regular everyday life, you can use that. When you hear a song, when you're at work, it's a song that reminds you of a girl. And you're like, God damn it, I don't need that right now. You take a breath. Instead of letting go in that rabbit hole and getting bad about the heartbreak and the thing you had, you take that breath, you think about it for a second, you focus on your task and goal at hand, and that goes away. Focus on it later when you talk to your therapist. That's all it is. It's just redirecting things. It's not quieting your mind. It's not making things go away. They're not magicians. They're just people teaching you a little Jedi mind trick.
Yeah, and it isn't like I'm never ever gonna think about it, and I'm trying to hold that part back. It's just right now at this time, I'm focusing on this.
And once you let someone else rent space in your dome, it's hard to get rid of them. So don't.
Oh yeah.
Evict them, and you're good.
Yeah, and that whole thing about, like, I used to do this all the time, like, because I talking to you and seeing like anger, right? It's that this person did this or said this, and it's like that motherfucker, and I'd stew on it, going, oh, when I see this person, and I fought a lot. I've been in a lot of fucking fights. So now it's like, okay, this person did this or said that. It's like, okay, they're probably having a bad day, right? It's like
they're battling demons that aren't you.
Yes, and that's it. It's their problems that they're dealing with. It isn't me. I'm like, but on the flip side, it could be me. I could be having a bad day, and I can reflect on, oh fuck, that I shouldn't have said that. lashed out at that person, and then now I can go, hey, I'm sorry, I was having a fucked up day. I shouldn't have said that. And I think that's strength. I don't think that's sweet to be able to go, hey, I I was having a bad day. I'm sorry. I lashed out.
Admitting fault is one of the strongest things you can do. Learning from your flaws is way better than just bonus going, oh, I'm great at shit.
Yeah.
You're not great at shit. No one is. We only
No.
get stronger from our faults. It takes so much more courage to go up to someone and say, hey, I fucked up. I'm sorry. Because so many people are willing to give second chances, but we're afraid. And if you're not willing to give someone a second chance, go fuck yourself. You're not worth my time anyway.
Yeah.
Because we all need that shit.
Yeah.
Stop judging people. Do that. If someone comes up to you and says, you understand how hard it's on their heart to go up and say, hey, yesterday when you came to me, it was me. It was in my head. I shouldn't have barked back at you. I should have listened to you. I noted you needed my ear and I didn't give it to you. I'm sorry. I'm here now. And I understand if you don't want that now. I understand if you don't accept that apology. But I want to let you know I'm giving you the apology. And then you let it go. And it falls in their court.
And one thing I used to do is make up like an excuse too, which I like. Oh, this was going on. This was going on. Just good. Now it's like it. Yeah, it was something I was dealing with. I'm sorry, but
it does. The real excuse is now it doesn't matter what I was going through. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That part doesn't matter. I'm not going to give you something like the back end part of it. Like,
no,
well, it's because grandma happened or this happened. No, my bad.
Yeah.
Fucked up. Sorry.
Yeah. And I'd say like, I don't say why I was going through. I say, I was going through something. I'm sorry. I lashed out. It was me. Right. Like,
because also you don't want to add fuel to the angry fire.
No,
if they're upset and you try to give them an excuse.
Yeah.
Someone who's mad can go, well, fuck that thing, or fuck, do you think that's more important than me, or that thing? It's like, no, and then you pile on more.
Yeah,
because it's not about that. It's about I'm here for you now.
Yeah, I always say it was me. It wasn't you. It was me, right?
It was me, but also I'm not gonna sweat it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Shit happens. I'm working on me. We're all work in progress.
Yeah.
And you're not a fucking tree either.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't remember you being Pope of the Year. Fuck off. So
well, it depends on how many kids that person touched. For Pope of the Year.
I mean, you can count them by the fistfuls.
I know.
But it's really one of those things that it's just like forgiveness is huge. And but like you were saying about yourself, the person you got to forgive the most in life is yourself.
Yeah.
Fuck other people. Yeah. You want to be there for people. I'm not saying fuck them that way. But you have to love you and forgive you and go, yeah, I did shit that was wrong back then.
Yeah.
It's in the past.
Yeah.
You gotta live in the present, not in the future or the right now. What am I doing right now to make me better? And if I'm not, what can I do? And then if you like you, then you'll be better for other people to deal with, but you're not there to serve them. So.
No. And that's the key for everyone is being happy now and not going, oh, fucking 2000 this or 99 that. I'm like, oh, this happened. And
well, except for the part where you got diddled. Yeah, fuck that. I mean, that's you have to think about that. That's different than me going, no, I drank a little bit back in 97.
Those are two separate things. Like that's a crime.
You're allowed to go back and go fuck that time.
Yeah, there's one person in the world I want to fucking murder, but like
if you need someone to help, give me a call, my friend.
Yeah, thanks, buddy.
I'll just get a tour date near there and beat them up for you. No problem.
Well, the borders are still fucking closed, so
when you're beating someone up, you sneak around the border. I don't know if you know that. You don't really proclaim yourself when you're going to slap someone.
Here's my passport.
I'll just diddle them back. I have no problem doing it. Whatever you need me to do, I will sexually molest that person.
Thanks, buddy.
Eye contact the whole time.
Yeah.
So
and
then I'll say sorry. I'm sorry. I wish you'd forgive me for this. And then walk away. I like that shit.
But like I like being in early recovery. I look back and go, oh, I put my family through some shit, right? They were worried about me all the time. And it's like, and I can get my depression will just kick in a high gear. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't go down that. They're super happy now. They don't have to worry about me now. Right. Like, well, why am I trying to bring me there now?
Well, I mean, that is a hard thing because when you start working on you now, you hope you can fix the past. That's natural.
Yeah, but you can't.
You can't do that. You can go back and revisit people that you might have hurt, like the atonement shit. I'm not even into that. It's like with rehab, I understand that they want you guys to do that. And I've had people come to me and be like, hey, 12 years ago, I called you a cunt. Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
I was probably a cunt 12 years ago. I don't care. Anyone ever comes up to me and asks for forgiveness, I give it to them before they're even done.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. It's fine. Move on. I'm not mad about it. If it's weighing on you, I'm sorry it weighed on you. You should have hit me up sooner. I don't care. But if you can't handle it still and you're still mad at me about something that happened and you can't understand people can grow and get better, that's on you too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're going through a lot of shit. You're lost weight. You're battling addiction. You're doing all this shit. That's awesome. Thanks. And that's the thing I tell myself when I meditate. All the things I've gone through in life, you've changed this, you've changed that, you've become this person. Yeah, you're poor as fuck, but you're chasing a dream and you're happier than most people with money right now because you're doing shit. Yeah. Your kids love you and your kids know that you love them more than anything. That's all the fuck I care about. And I tell myself that when I'm meditating. You know what, dude? Your flaws have made you the guy at 46 that you liked more than any other age you've ever liked.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You do the same thing. You've lost weight. You're overcoming stuff. You tell yourself that when you're meditating. That's the focus on. What's the thing you love about yourself the most? The fact that I can keep working on myself. Not the one thing. It's the fact that I keep caring about me and working on me. Mm-hmm. And one day you'll love yourself so much, you'll hope you're on Tinder and you can swipe yourself and go fuck yourself. You'll love that. You'll want. You'll want that.
Yeah. So what are your tips for men to start meditating?
First of all, you have to want to do it.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do
that's
it, don't
anything
do it.
In life. Yeah.
But this one is because if you try to do it and you don't want to do it, you're gonna hate it. Just like everything else. Meditation, broccoli, anal, all those things. You have to you have to want to do them
all at the same time.
It's very. I guess you can chew broccoli and get fucked in the butt at the same time. But meditating, you might be not focusing on that one thing.
Well, in the ass.
The ass part is fine. It's the broccoli that's bothering me.
It's the smell of broccoli.
I think what it is that if you feel like you don't like you, the best time to reflect on those kind of things is in your own personal time and space. And I think a lot of people also think on meditation, I don't have an hour or a half hour. It's fucking 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be long. Most of the videos and things like that are short. You find something, I don't want to pay for an app. There's free apps. You can go, I'm balanced. I haven't paid for shit. I've been doing it for a year. Well, because it one day wait till National Suicide Awareness Day or National Mental Health Day. And most of those apps will give you a free pass for a year because they don't want you to kill yourself on their watch. So you wait till that day. I did that. I've got a free fucking pass on balance for a year because I signed up on National Suicide Awareness Day. Now, I've never thought about hurting myself, but I'll take the free pass.
Yeah.
But I think what it really is all the people that you and I see on Twitter that during the day are just monster trolls and yelling at everybody, but at night are like, I'm all alone and this sucks and whatever.
All the time.
Dude, you need it. You need it. Okay. If someone like me, if someone like you can do it, you can do it. You don't got to talk about it. I know people hate when I talk about it. I don't care if someone else meditates. I found something that works for me and I like talking about me. I'm a big fan of me. It's what I do. All my shows are named after me. I like me. And if you don't like me, don't watch the show.
Yeah.
But with meditating, I find that I can think about things I've gone through in life. And now when I meditate, it's not even about that. It's about anything. It's just like, what am I focused? What do I like right now? It's nice out. It's fucking nice out where I am. It's not warm. It's 37 degrees, but it's sunny. It's not frigid like it's been the other days. And I can sit there and I can focus on that. I can breathe a little. It almost feels like you took a nap. When you open your eyes, you're ready to go take on shit.
Mm-hmm.
At night, if I'm having a little trouble sleeping, I mean, I've also made sure that by 10 o'clock on the weekdays, I put that phone away now. I don't let that fucking social media thing beat me to fuck up. Unless I got to work on something, I put it away. I don't focus on it. That way my mind can be clear. That way I can sit there for a couple minutes, meditate as well, get some rest. Yeah. On the days I can't meditate, I take a walk. And I still do that. I can do it now while walking. I can sit there, my eyes open, focus on one thing, channel my breathing, and just think about one thing. and focus on the breathing. And then once in a while, when a dumb thought comes in, you just give yourself something else to channel on, like a little saying or something like that. Now, on the apps I've gone on, they give you dumb mantras or they're saying shit that's not worth for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I started making joke videos about it that I didn't realize people were going to take seriously. And I called it meditation because I get mad at all the other stuff. And so I started talking like me. And I'm like, I'll say to people, close your fucking eye. And people laugh at that. And it's like, hey, man, you're fucking pretty cool. I don't know why you're fucking not like
Meditation is awesome. I love it.
And people have been enjoying it because I'm like, I think that's the problem too. You don't want to hear people talking like hokey shit.
Yeah.
And on it, I've been doing it. So people are like, guys on Twitter are like, I'm actually really using it. I'm like, oh fuck, you are? So
I did.
I'm like, okay, cool.
I totally did. It's and to be honest, that's why I'm like, I want to get Pat on this show, right? It's like because of meditation. It's like,
as a comedian, you like to talk about the things that are part of your life. Every year when I do a different album, I try to talk about things I'm talking. My kids are certain ages, so I don't tell those jokes from 3 years ago. Mm-hmm. Meditation is a part of my life. Yeah. How do I make it funny? So I wanted to try it. And then I was like, oh, I kind of like this. When I'm doing the recording, I'm actually kind of meditating too. Yeah. And people enjoy it. So now I'm going to start doing it every Monday, and meditation Mondays. And I throw it up on my YouTube for free and put it out there. I just have people check it out. And I make it silly. I do whatever. I make sure there's jokes. But I think that helps people relax. That it's not so serious. It's not somebody like, my name is Ozamba and you need to focus. It's like, no, I don't, fuck you, Ozamba. I don't want to let you near my house anyway. But if I'm just talking my raspy voice and getting you to chill out for a couple minutes and like you, it's cool.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. It's great. And excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. I do the same thing with walking. It was 55 here American. I'm 55 here yesterday. So and I'm in a part of Canada. It's beautiful here, and there's lakes and mountains everywhere. So I get to go exploring all the time.
We used to have those, and then but white people aren't allowed to have those anymore. They took them away. In America, white men aren't allowed to have mountains and lakes. So
good.
We gave them to the Chinese. They've got it now.
So. Well, you took it all from us, anyways.
I didn't.
Well, it looks like you already got scalped.
Yes, I was an Irish guy. Our people were too drunk to fight you guys.
Yeah, and well, I'm native Greek and well, I'm native Irish and Greek. So, yeah.
That's some sex. Is, oh God,
yeah. So I do the same type of thing when I'm walking. If something's bothering me, I just the fresh air. I don't listen to music. I just enjoy being out with the fresh air, hearing the sounds. No electronics, no anything. Just and then I can process whatever is happening. And then it's like, okay,
I couldn't do that. You're at a different level than me. I need background noise on my own. If that other noise, I get too distracted. So I might have music on or I might have a podcast on, but I'm not really listening to it. I'm letting it be. It's on, but then my mind can go. And if my mind is distracted by something that's entertaining me, now I can think about jokes. I can think about things I want to do for the podcast. I can just think about things in my personal life. My mind lets me think while I'm listening to something else. But if I'm just allowed to have my own thoughts, that walk's going to be tough.
When I need to do work or do anything creative, I always have something on. But when I'm stressed or pissed off about something, outdoors, like kind of in the actual bush, just walking up a hill or around a lake, that is just okay. And then but typically by the end it's like, okay, I'm obsessing over this. It's not, it's just I can, it typically comes down to no, I'm overthinking it.
Right. Yeah, we're all. And first of all, for people out there, I hate that term in a way. I like how you said it, but some people use overthink in a negative context. You overthink too much. What are you overthinking? First of all, there's no wrong with overthinking. Thinking is fine.
Yeah.
And if you're thinking about things a lot, it's because you've got an issue with it, either good or bad or indifferent. There's a reason why you're thinking. I don't like people that underthink, fuckers that just do shit and don't care about the consequences.
Yeah.
Overthinking is a good thing. That means that you care about something. Now, you can do it to a point where you can become obsessed and consumed with it.
And that's
the spot where you got to stop yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's where the overthinking turns into anxiety, and anxiety spins off to bad stuff.
Right.
So
don't let I keep saying it before, but I always say this. Don't let things rent space in your dumb dome. You know what I mean? Let it chill for a minute, but it's only there to visit. Throw it the fuck out.
Yeah.
If it's hanging out too much and you can't think of anything else, that's when you need to take a step. Just think to yourself, hey, not right now. And then give yourself anything else to focus on.
Exactly.
Good memories, someone you care about, anything like that that's good that won't bring that bad thought back. A song, whatever it is. It's like you just think about you and you think about Shadow and you're like, boom, happy. You know what I mean?
For me, it's going outside with my dog in the fucking bush and that fresh air going, okay, my life isn't always behind my desk doing all this shit, right? Okay, this is why I work, so I can do this. It's
just one part of who you are.
Yeah.
But what do you enjoy?
Yes.
What do I like? What makes me happy? What's the reason I'm going through all this shit so I can do this?
I don't
want to do this, but I can't do this unless I do this.
Yeah.
They're okay together.
Yeah.
Like one of the other things with this pandemic, I lost a lot of comedy gigs. I think a lot of people. I'm not a big name. I don't have a guy that had contracts or things like that. I just had gigs and handshakes with people. The second the clubs were shut down and the little places couldn't put on shows, I lost months of gigs in no way of recovering that money. I was fucked. Mm-hmm. A buddy of mine said to me, I know a guy who runs a retail store in the area. Do you want a part-time job? And at first I was like, that's embarrassing. I've been trying to live as a comic, struggling as just a comic, proud to say I'm just a comedian. That's what I'm living on. Even though I could have lived better, I stupidly was like being stubborn. And I'm like, but I need the money. I have to do it. Working retail has also saved my life because I go to this place now with the thoughts of I don't care about it and just work, enjoy the people there. And it's an escape from thoughts because I could have either sat in my home for 30 hours a week with the thoughts of I'm failing, things in my life aren't going well, relationships aren't what I want them to be, and just sat there. Or for 30 hours, I'm at work being distracted.
Yeah.
And that was a great time to do that. I'm still enjoying it. Comedy's opening up. I'm keeping that fucking job. I'm actually working there more. I enjoy it. I'll balance the things, but it makes me feel good. I'm being around people, and the people there like me. And I'm like, oh, yeah, people do like me. I'm a good, just because one person in my life might think I'm terrible now because of things that happen in her life, I would let that consume me instead of letting everyone else say, hey, we like you. You're fine just the way you are.
I like you, Pat.
And I like you too as well, sir. I think we're good people. We're here trying to do things. I mean, I think it's awesome with everything you got going on that you would start a podcast because people will say to you, really, with the stutter, really, you're not a comedian, really, you're not this. Fuck you. I want to do something and I'm going to do it. That's a huge step. I want to lose weight and I did it. I want to quit this and I did it. You're able to overcome shit. There's little obstacles and you're able to push right through
them. The reason I started this is because no one talks about this shit, right?
And if addiction, they do, they don't do it in a fun way.
Yeah, everything I watched, like it took me a long time to go into a treatment because everything I watched was sad. Oh, are you having a problem? Do you want to? I'm like, oh fuck, I'd rather just sit here and keep doing what I'm doing because I don't want to hear that.
After I hit my 8th baby with a car, I realized I had a problem.
Like, yeah, it's like,
I mean, it's like, funny you keep hitting baby. Why are they in the streets?
Yeah, like
I want it to be fun. I want to understand what's the point.
Yeah.
If you're happy now, or at least working on things, and I go, and I'm someone struggling, I go, I want to be where they are. and they are battling shit, but they're having fun. They're looking at life good. They're not now boring. Because a lot of people who drink and do drugs are like, I'm boring without them.
Yes.
And they can see that you're not boring without them.
Yeah.
And they need that.
Yeah, because like I was not happy at all doing a Coke and that. It was like all I could think about was Coke and obsess on Coke and booze. That sucked. Now I'm not, and I have joy and I have fun, and I'm still a sarcastic fucking asshole, as you can see from my tweets. Yes. I have fun.
Because Coke wasn't your personality. You believed it was.
Yeah.
You believed without drinking Coke, people wouldn't like you because you couldn't be your true self.
Yeah.
That true self was in there. That was little inhibitions lifted by you doing that shit.
Yeah.
But now you realize, oh, I could have done it the whole time.
Yeah. And I don't need that excuse of a beer to be me. Like I always thought I needed to have like some social lube. No, I'll be fucking loud ass me. Yes, when I drank, I didn't stutter, but I can just talk like this.
That's fun when you're drinking. You sit there with a jug with 3 X's like a cartoon and waiting for Bugs Bunny to show up and go in a pot with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things too. It's like at the end of the day, everyone out there who's drinking and doing, because if you can handle your drinking, good for you. If you're somebody that can have a couple of drinks and go out and it doesn't bother you, then you don't have a problem. There are people that can do that, but there are people that think it's a coping mechanism, or they have to drown the things in their head and stuff like that. Yeah, you need to get help. First of all, meditation isn't going to solve that. Therapy is going to help a little bit, but you need to find a counselor. You need to find help. You need to find somebody who you're going to listen to. You got to find the right meeting, the right place. I was able just to cut off cold turkey. It was different with me. I just said one day I don't want to drink, and I haven't thought about it since. I never liked booze. I liked that it made me not be sad for a minute, but then it got me sadder. I know that I felt better, but at the moment, I liked that. I thought it made me more social, more likable.
Yeah.
But I did. It wasn't that at all. I hated the taste of it. I never once wanted a cold, refreshing beer. I had to chug 2 down. I said I didn't like the taste. I would even shots. I hated the taste of it. It was like taking medicine with my nose, and then I could chug 10 of them afterwards.
Yeah.
But that's it. But if you're somebody who's doing that, realize that the alcohol was just enhancing what you've already got inside you.
Yeah.
You're a good dude. You can be fun. You can say whatever. You don't need that shit. And in reality, you didn't like you when you the next day. You sat there and went, oh, I said this, or I made plans with that fucking guy. I hate that fucking guy. Why would I make plans with that guy? And you have to follow up the plans, or you have to fall off the face of the earth. But when you're sober and you're a dickhead, you can just go, yeah, I was a dickhead.
Yeah.
Sorry. And that feels better than, wasn't me, it was the alcohol. That's like some pussy.
Or even, no, I'm not sorry. Like, fuck you.
Totally not sorry. You're an asshole. I'm happy I said it. I could do it again. I remember saying it. I can't be like, oh, I blacked out. Nope. No blackness in me. I think you suck.
Yeah. No, I do both. It's like when I do fuck up, I say I'm sorry. But like, no, you're a fucking dick. Like,
and that's the other thing with meditation. I think some people think, oh, you meditate and you do therapy. Well, I'm an angry guy. And sometimes I like getting angry. You can still be angry.
Yeah.
That part, I think that's the part that people don't realize. Yeah, it's still an emotion. It's still something we do in life. It's something we do. But you'll realize where the anger comes from. And you'll realize if it's worth it or it's not. There are times it's worth getting angry. And I tell you right now, people will respect when you're angry way more, when it's not your whole personality.
Yeah.
Respect it when you can sit there and let other people. I let people come to me all the time and take me as a verbal punching bag. Not that I'm taking a beating, but I know that it's not about me. When I see them getting upset, no, go ahead.
Yeah.
Then I'll step back and go, I don't think I'm the one you're really mad at. It's probably something you're dealing with. And they might hate me. I'm saying that to them, but I'm going to say it straight out. But if I'm mad at someone, I'll say it to them. And I want probably even meditate about it. If it's real, if they did something to hurt me or do something towards me or my family or something, I'm going to say it back out loud. Now, sometimes I'll try to channel it and go, it's not worth my time to get my blood pressure up and go nuts on them. So maybe I need to meditate on that and my approach of it. But being angry is okay. You don't have to become a pussy all of a sudden because you're meditating. It's for you to deal with your thoughts.
Yeah.
Not with maybe handle other things that are put on you, but you can still be the piece of shit you are. Just be cool about it. That's all.
Yeah, it's to calm yourself. It's not for anyone else.
No, and that's the key too. Yeah, don't. If someone says you need to go to therapy, you need to meditate. Fuck
no.
them.
Yeah.
They need to. That's not about that. They can do it, and you can do it if you want to, but don't ever do it. You won't want to do it. Don't quit drinking for someone else.
Yeah.
Don't quit doing drugs for someone else. I mean, quit drinking drugs. You shouldn't do drugs, but
you have to want.
I don't talk about weed. Weed's not a drug. That's a medicine. You're fine. But I don't do it. But it's just not for me. I just whatever.
Weed and I never got along, so.
I got along with it just fine. I just ate more food at night. And then when I got up in the morning, I was a little sleepy, and I like getting up early and getting shit done. It just wasn't for me. If somebody offered me an edible and I had nothing going on for 2 days, maybe I'd try it again. But for me right now, it's not who I am. Nothing wrong with you doing it, as long as you're cool with it, as long as it's not fucking up your life and stopping you from doing shit. But heroin, I hear, slows you down. So you shouldn't do heroin. If I could say one thing today, Steve, don't do heroin.
Well, as one of my good friends, who's a great comic, Mark Hughes, says, well, what's better than getting the best laugh at a comedy club? Heroin.
Yeah, sure it is.
Yeah,
but
he's an
I always tell people when you first start doing comedy, the first laugh you ever get,
it was awesome.
Is also what I hear is like the first time you do heroin, because you're chasing that laugh for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
You're like, even though you'll get more laughs, you'll get better laughs. You get better. You're getting ovations. You're connecting more. Nothing feels as wonderful as that first laugh. Or that
you saying that just brought me back to the Comedy Nest in Montreal.
You walk on stage, you don't expect it. You think people aren't going to like you. You say a thing that you think is dumb, and you see it connected. It resonated with people. And you try to do it the next night, and you can't do the timing right. You fuck it up. It doesn't. You're like, fuck this. I stink. The second time you do it is awful. And I hear that's also like heroin, where you're tying a belt on, you're freaking out. You're like, maybe I didn't do it right. No, it's never going to feel as good because your body wasn't ready for it.
Yeah.
Now your body's ready for it. Now you have to learn how to make that happen. And make them have the reaction without you having the reaction.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
All right. I think this was awesome. Thank you, Pat.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah.
All I'm going to say is check out my YouTube channel, Pat Oates. Go on there. And if you like the podcast and stuff we do, me and Bobby Tamburo, who's a hilarious guy.
Bobby is great.
You can check us out on our Patreon. That's where all the videos of our podcasts are. It's just the Pat Oates Patreon, so go on there. But for all the meditation stuff, it's always going to be free. It's always going to be on my YouTube, Pat Oates YouTube. Check it out.
Yeah, and shit, I'll edit this part out. I'll have all your Patreon links and everything. Like,
why would you edit that out? It shows you're a worker. Who cares? We have flaws.
Yeah.
Like at the beginning when you said, here's some shit. I would keep that forever.
But yeah, no. Fuck. Thanks, man. And
thank you. I loved being on. I'm so happy you asked me, man.
Yeah, I'd love you to come back on again.
Anytime you want to have me, and I'm gonna probably invite you to one of my shows to come on and have some fun too.
Awesome, dude. Yeah,
awesome. Great talking to you. Thank
you. Yeah, you too, man. So, as Pat Oates says, do heroin.
Do it.
You'll enjoy it more than comedy.
Yeah, like I said, don't let anything get in your goddamn way. Do that.